My name is Sydney Witt. As space exploration stands at this current time, Earth is the only planet that we have to live on. There may be research and exploration that hopes to expand those planets in which we can sustain life on and survive, but we're not yet at that point. The planet provides everything we need to survive, yet as a population, we are not doing nearly enough to protect the environment that provides for us. The state of the Earth has been rapidly declining over the years, and we as the inhabitants of the planet have to start making drastic changes if we want any chance at prolonging Earth's life. At a 2019 United Nations Environmental Conference, it was documented in the 6th Global Outlook that the Earth's conditions have continued to deteriorate at an upsetting rate since the first Global Outlook in 1997. The United Nations team warned that urgent action at unprecedented scale is necessary to arrest and reverse the situation. The Earth's current afflictions can be treated, but not for much longer. People have to make serious changes in what they consume, how they create energy, dispose of waste, and all around decrease the human footprint that is harming the water, air, and land. As stated by Joyce Messiah, the acting executive director of the UN at the time, the health and prosperity of humanity is directly tied with the state of our environment. We have known about plenty of environmental issues causing harm to the Earth, but the three that we'll focus on today are climate change, the pollution of our waters, and the destruction of forests. There is no avoiding the fact that the globe is taking serious damage due to climate change. Average temperatures are increasing, leading to natural disasters and food insecurities, as well as sea levels are rising, the Arctic is melting, coral reefs are dying, oceans are acidifying, and forests are burning. Many of this is at the fault of human emissions such as coal, gas, and oil production, creating record high greenhouse gas emissions. If sea levels continue to rise as they are, millions of people living near the coast will find their homes underwater and will see themselves displaced within our lifetimes. Erosion is sparing no one, affecting the availability of drinking water and the survival of crops. These drastic changes in our climate are leaving the Earth in a fragile state, causing a multitude of natural disasters. 90% of disasters are now classed as weather and climate related, according to the United Nations. This comes with damages that must be paid to be repaired and people that are left with poverty. Our oceans are not the only thing being affected by climate change. The ocean's only pain is not rising sea levels, acidification, and drastically warming waters. The ocean is also holding the pain of pollution. Pollution within the sea is obviously an issue to the creatures living within the waters, but recent studies show that the pollution in the ocean is also a threat to human health as well. More than 80% of the ocean's pollutions come from land-based sources, making its way to the ocean in various ways. Ocean pollution is a complex mixture made up of mercury, plastic waste, manufactured chemicals, petroleum waste, agricultural runoff, and biological threats. People are exposed to these toxins mainly by eating contaminated seafood, as explained by Avocane. Approximately 80% of sea pollutants are plastic, something that can be easily lessened from worldwide consumption. Each issue that heavily impacts ocean pollution can be limited or prevented via laws, policies, technology, and enforcement actions. The destruction of our forest is something else that could be easily prevented via protected land, or at least replenished by rehoming the removed plant life. Deforestation and forest degradation is continuing at an alarming rate, which is a massive contributor to the loss of biodiversity in the world. Agricultural expansion continues to be a leading factor in the cause of deforestation, as quoted in the article, The State of the World's Forests. Feeding humanity and conserving and sustainably using ecosystems are complementary and closely interdependent goals. Many of the things that biodiversity within a forest provide aid humans' goals, such as pollinators and water. Trees also aid the process of removing excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and replenishing the oxygen supply. The human population has taken the Earth's gifts with no thoughts of the repercussions. These ailments we have caused the planet are quickly starting to catch up with us as we see the damage that is being done to the planet we reside on. We have to begin to make drastic changes if we wish to have any chance of reversing or even slowing the destruction of our planet. We must watch our consumptions, be conscientious of how we create energy, properly dispose of waste, and all around decrease the human footprint that is harming our planet. We have to implement action plans that will prevent or regulate the damage being done to the environment, such as waste entering the oceans, pollutants entering the air, and forests being destroyed. This is the only planet we have to live on. We have to take care of it the way it is taking care of us. I've quoted sources from The New Study Finds Ocean Pollutions a Threat to Human Health by Megan Avocane, What is the Habitable Zone by Swapna Krishna, The Climate Crisis, A Race We Can Win by the United Nations, The UN Environmental Threats Are Jeopardizing Human Health by Laura Parker, and The State of the World's Forests.